The Arabic sentence game. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Just getting a timing sense of the delay. That's pretty long. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. It's going in a circle. That's quite a delay. Okay, testing 1 2. We got it now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala rasulihi kareem wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Wa ba'd. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inshallah ta'ala, I wanted to do tonight, in lieu of the Back to Basics class, which we'll pick back up on tomorrow. I mean, next Friday, inshallah. In the resources that I was looking to for supporting our studies of the Medina Arabic books, I remember that it was a PDF called The Sentence Game. And this PDF has a bunch of English sentences, and then there are Arabic sentences. And the idea is that you have to match the English sentences to the Arabic ones. Select which one is the correct sentence that matches the English sentence. I wanted to upload that PDF, but I thought that I would share that PDF after we do a little review here, because the PDF, the way that the answers are lined up, seemed to make it easier to basically guesstimate what the answers are without any work. And I want you to at least do that. If you know how to read it and you know how to translate, or you know the meanings, and that's fine. If it gives you some struggle, that's fine too. The reason why I recommended downloading the vocabulary PDF and reviewing it and keeping it available is because you may find that when you see the English sentences, you may be able to think to yourself how that sentence would be in Arabic, or you may begin to recognize words that you already know, and you might see those words in the Arabic sentence to help you select which one is the actual sentence. So if anyone is already joining us, please comment, Naam, inshallah ta'ala, in the comment section. it's difficult starting if no one's there, and then when the folks come in, you've already explained how it works or what to expect, you know. So inshallah ta'ala, if anyone is joining us, just indicate by putting Naam in the comments. This game is not set up like Path to Jannah. It's not something where you have to compete or play for different amount of points or test your knowledge. This one is just an opportunity to review, and everybody can comment the answers in the comment section. So this is the way this one is. All right. So whether someone's with us or not, I'll try to begin. Then anyone who chooses to view the video later, you can benefit. If you benefit, alhamdulillah, may Allah make it something that counts as being done for His sake. I mean, okay. So the way the sentence game works is, I have a sentence here. The sentence says, the house is near and the pen is broken. I hope that you will have a pen and paper handy, because you get a chance, you can write the English sentence, and then you can, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You can write the English sentence if you want, you don't have to. But look at this sentence, the house is near and the pen is broken. And what you want to do with your pen and paper is write down how this sentence will be written in Arabic. And remember that when you see the house and you see the pen, remember that you have to put al. All of these sentences will generally have al. Okay? So remember that you have to put al. The house is near and the pen is broken. Write down for yourself how you would write the sentence in Arabic. And if you don't think you can write the sentence, at least write down in Arabic all of the words here that you recognize. Okay, the words that you recognize, at least write them in Arabic. When you have the house, put al in front of whatever word means house. When you have the pen, put al in front of whatever is pen, and write these sentences in Arabic, or write whatever words you know the sentence in Arabic. And I'm going to put up four sentences in Arabic, and the idea is that I want you to select 1, 2, 3, or 4. All you have to write is the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and number 4 to tell me which sentence in Arabic you believe matches this English sentence, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Okay, here's our first. Let me get all 4 of them out. Okay, so would you say sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4 reads to be the Arabic of the house is near and the pen is broken? The house is near and the pen is broken. Would that be sentence number 1? Of course, going from top to bottom. Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4? The house is near and the pen is broken. So sentence number 1 says, Al-Qamisu wasiqun wal masjidu nadhifun. Sentence number 2 says, Al-Qittum sagirun wal hisanu kabirun. Sentence number 3 says, Al-Baytu qaribun wal qalamu maksurun. Sentence number 4 says, Al-Miftahu qadimun wal qalamu ba'idun. So you say sentence number 3, Al-Baytu qaribun wal qalamu maksurun. And of course, this is correct. And our first indicator is Al-Bayt, right? Al-Bayt is the only sentence that has house in it, which is Bayt, alhamdulillah. And we know that qarib means near. Okay, so I want to show you something with this sentence, then we'll go on to the next sentence that we want to translate. Okay, in al-baytu, we know that that's the house, and qaribun means near. Okay, if you want to say the house is near, then when you say it like that, you're only going to make the house the definite article. Okay, the house is near. Whatever house we're talking about, it's near. Okay, that means um, we're going to uh, the imam's house. So we know the specific house we're going to. So we say, al baytu qaribun. The house is near. Okay, because we know what house we're going to. Now, if you were giving somebody directions, you say, which house did you want me to stop at? And you say, al baytul qaribu, where you're saying al qarib now, where you're making qarib a definite article. Now you're saying the near house. Now you're identifying for the person, the near house. You know, the one that's closest to you. When we say al baytu qaribun, we're saying the near house. I mean, I'm sorry, the house is near. Okay, the house that we already know we're looking for is near. The house is near. But if somebody wanted to know which house you're talking about, then you want to say the near house, the closest house. That's al baytu qaribun, like that. Okay. Same thing with al qalamu maksurun. The pen is broken. But if you say al qalamul maksuru, you're saying the broken pen. And you get the difference, right? The pen is broken. That particular pen right there is broken. But if you say which pen you want me to pick up, then you're going to say the broken pen, like that. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So let's go to the next English sentence. This sentence in English is the cat is small and the horse is big. Now all of this will be based on words that you have in your vocabulary in general from the lessons that you've covered so far in the Medina book. Okay, so the cat is small and the horse is big. So begin to remind yourself of how you would write this sentence in Arabic if you were writing it down. Try to write the sentence in Arabic. And if you don't believe you can write the whole sentence, but you try. Remember, all of these sentences have al. Okay, so all of the nouns are definite, like the cat, the horse. So however you would write it in Arabic, you put the al in front of it. Okay, now the cat is small and the horse is big. If you can write this sentence, down in Arabic, then by all means do so. If you can't, then try to write the Arabic words that you remember, that you look familiar. Try to write those down that you remember from your vocabulary. And when all else fails, after really trying, then check out your vocabulary list and see if you can find the words that will make the sentence. And then we're going to load up now our Arabic sentence possibilities. Okay, so read these sentences and see if they help you choose. Is it sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4? That the cat is small and the horse is big. Which Arabic sentence matches that? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'll slow that down. So you have the sentence, the cat is small and the horse is big. Now look at these 4 sentences and see if something gives you a hint at which one might be that sentence in Arabic. Okay, so take a minute to look at the sentences, see if you know the whole sentence and it works out for you, alhamdulillah. If you see a word that gives you a hint, because that word is what you recognize as the Arabic word for an English word at the top, use those clues, inshallah ta'ala. The cat is small and the horse is big. Would that be sentence number 1? Sentence number 2? Sentence number 3? Or number 4? So you say sentence number 2. Okay. So sentence number 1 is al-qamisu wasiqun wal masjidu nadifun. Sentence number 2 is al-qittun sagirun. Al-qittu sagirun wal hisanu kabirun. And that's the sentence that you chose. And al-qittun is the cat. Sagirun means small, while hisanu is the horse. Kabirun is big. Alhamdulillah. So sentence number 2 is the correct of the 4 sentences. Okay, so now we have another sentence, inshallah ta'ala. The shirt is dirty and the masjid is clean. I meant to modify that because I don't even know what mosque is. The shirt is dirty and the masjid is clean. I think they used mosque in this case only so that the word won't jump out. Okay. The shirt is dirty and the masjid is clean. Reading the sentences with sentence number 1, 2, 3, or 4 be the Arabic of what we see at the top in English. The shirt is dirty and the mosque is clean. Okay. The shirt is dirty and the mosque is clean. Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, or sentence number 3. Number 3, al-qamisu wasikhun wal masjidu nadifun. Alhamdulillah, that is the correct sentence. Al-qamis, which we know is a shirt, is wasikh. Wasikh is dirty. While masjidu, we know the masjid is what's being used as mosque. Nadifun. Now, nadif means clean. Wasikh means dirty. Nadif means clean. And we know that the adjective comes after the noun, right? So when we say qamisun, wasikhun, we're saying shirt is dirty, right? Al-qamisu wasikhun, we say the shirt is dirty. Alhamdulillah. Okay. We have one more on this level. This one is the key is old and the pen is far. So what these sentences are structured to do, not only remind us of what we've already learned, but to show you, based on what you learned, by being able to make this sentence in Arabic, either being able to think of how to write this sentence in Arabic, and remember, everything with the in front of it is al. Now we've learned to write this sentence. If we can write the sentence in Arabic, all we have to do, any word that we learn, any nouns that we learn in our vocabulary, all we have to do is switch out nouns and we can say the same thing in so many ways. For example, if you know how to say the key is old and the pen is far, and you've learned how to say man in Arabic, then you can put the man is old and the pen is far, for example, or you can change pen to house. You can say the man is old and the house is far. I mean, this by having vocabulary, this is showing you how you can formulate sentences on so many different levels just by your vocabulary. So if you know how to say the key is old in Arabic, any other noun that you know in Arabic, you can say that thing is old. So that means you have a bunch of sentences in your repertoire and not even realize it. Okay, you have the ability to say a lot of things so far just based upon increasing your vocabulary. So let's see. The key is old and the pen is far. Here's our 4 sentences. Here are our 4 sentences. Would it be sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4? Guess we only have one left, huh? Here's sentence number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And see how this benefits you is that you know that in order for you to pick the right sentence, either you have to know the whole sentence in English and Arabic, or at least recognize some words that give you the option to choose the best sentence. So it's showing you that either you were able to read the whole sentence and you could see all the words coming out at you and it's translating for you in English, or you see words enough that you're familiar with that help you get the right answer. And that's how your reading and studying and your researching works as well. That there may be only a few words that you might know in a particular sentence, and by having those, if you need to look up other words in the sentence, you can basically get an idea of what it's saying. But here it's also showing you that you can compose some sentences. You can write and express some thoughts on some levels, or you can say them verbally based upon what you're remembering from your studies. So would it be sentence 1, 2, 3, or 4? The key is old and the pen is far. All right. So that would be sentence number 4, right? Al miftahu, the pen. Miftah is the pen. Qadimun, and qadim means old. While qalamu, qalam is pen. While qalamu, ba'idun, and the pen is far. Okay, here's a new set of words. This one is the desk is broken and the milk is old. Milk is cold. Is the audio still coming through? Is the audio still coming through? Yeah, it's 4, alhamdulillah. Okay. So this sentence is the desk is broken and the milk is cold. Now, if you remember, we had broken in one of the previous sentences, right? So the desk is broken. Consider how you would say the desk is broken. And if you remember how to say milk and cold, you would say, and the milk is cold. So let's look at the sentences and see if we can find this sentence in Arabic. So let's read sentence number 1 and see if that's the sentence. Sentence number 2, let's see if that's the sentence. Sentence number 3, and sentence number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so based on your reading, the desk is broken and the milk is cold. So would it be sentence number 1? Al-babu maftuhun wal-mudarrisu waqifun. Or would it be at-tajiru ghaniyun wa-rajulu faqirun? Or would it be al-imamu tawilun wa-tabibu qasirun? Or would it be al-maktabu maksurun wal-labanu baridun? 1, 2, 3, or 4? You say 4? Al-maktabu maksurun wal-labanu baridun. That's your choice? Okay. Now, al-maktabu is the desk. Maksurun is broken. So the desk is broken in sentence number 4, that's the beginning. Wal-labanu, laban is milk. Barid, baridun. Barid means cold. Barid, cold. That's what Allah Ta'ala says about the hellfire. La baridin wala kareem. There's no coolness and nothing nice or easy about it. Okay, al-maktabu maksurun. The desk is broken. While lebanu, and the milk, baridun. The milk is cold. Alhamdulillah. Okay, here's the next sentence. The imam is tall and the doctor is short. The imam is tall and the doctor is short. Right? So remember that every noun that has the in front of it, we know that we're putting al in front of the word. Right? So we have the imam is tall and the doctor is short. And we have to remember the word for imam to get our nouns, right? And remember the adjective for tall, we have that. We have the doctor, remember our noun for doctor, our name word for doctor, and the Arabic word for short. Let's see what our choices are. Okay. So here are our choices. Would it be number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? One, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Number 3. Okay. Chose number 3. Al-Imam. I guess we're not reading it further now, right? Al-Imamu Tawilun. Remember for our vocabulary, Tawil is long. If you like a string, for example, or tall. Tawil. Tawilun. Al-Imamu Tawilun. The Imam is tall. What Tabibu, and the doctor, Qasirun, is short. Remember the word Qasir, like we did the short story? Qasir. Qasirun is short. So Al-Imamu Tawilun, the Imam is tall. What Tabibu, Qasirun, and the doctor is short. Alhamdulillah, very good. Our next sentence is, the merchant is rich and the man is poor. The merchant is rich and the man is poor. Here are our options. The merchant is rich and the man is poor. Is there going to be sentence 1, 2, 3, or 4? The merchant is rich and the man is poor. See if anything jumps out from your memory, either the whole statement or some words in the sentence that you remember, to help you determine which sentence is the best answer. The merchant is rich and the man is poor. That's sentence number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Sentence number 1, 2, 3, or 4. The merchant is rich and the man is poor. Would that be the Arabic sentence number 1, 2, 3, or 4? All right. So we have sentence number 3. Sentence number 3. At-tajiru ghaniyun. A tajir is a merchant or a vendor. Tajir. So at-tajiru, the merchant, ghaniyun. Ghani is the word for rich or wealthy. Ghani. The Jews had the nerve to speak as if Allah Ta'ala was faqir and they were ghani. Okay, so at-tajiru ghaniyun. Ghaniyun. The merchant is rich or wealthy. Wa rajulu, and the man, right? Rajul is man. Wa rajulu faqirun. Faqir. A faqir is a poor person. There's 2 types of poor described in the Quran. For example, in the ayat about zakat, the people who should receive the zakat. And one person Allah describes as the faqir, and another one Allah describes as the miskin. Whenever any of you have an opportunity, look at that ayat and see which between the faqir and the miskin, what are the economic levels in the society? Both of them referred to as poor, deserving of zakat. But sometimes you get a chance, look up the difference between the faqir and the miskin, and how it relates on the social level, societal levels. Inshallah. Okay, so at-tajiru ghaniyun, the merchant is wealthy or rich. Wa rajulu faqirun, and the man is poor. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Okay, here's our next sentence. The door is open and the teacher is standing. We want to decide which of these Arabic sentences matches the English sentence at the top. the door is open and the teacher is standing. Sentence number one, sentence number two, sentence number three, or sentence number four. Which sentence is the Arabic of the English statement that we see above? We have four Arabic sentences here. Which one is the Arabic of the statement above? Sentence number one, sentence number two, number three, or number four? All right. What do we have? Sentence number one, sentence number two, sentence number three, or sentence number four is the Arabic of the English statement, the door is open and the teacher is standing. Okay, that's going to be sentence number two. Al-babu, the door, bab, the door, maftuhun, maftuhun means open. And al-babu maftuhun, which means open. And wal mudarrisu waqifun, and the teacher is standing. Alhamdulillah, and the teacher is standing. So al-babu maftuhun. I want to show you something. We talked the other night when we were doing Arabic. I mentioned to you all about scales, wazn, and patterns. I want you to look at something. I want you to look at something that's happening with these adjectives, so you can see the patterns and the scales that they're on. Okay, how they define. For example, al-babu maftuhun. We said the door is open, so we know that this sentence matches the sentence at the top because it says wal mudarrisu, and the teacher waqifun is standing. Now I want you to look carefully. You see my arrow here, and follow where I want to show you with my arrow with the mouse cursor. The word here, maksurun. Remember I was telling you about scales, how you have the fa'il is the one who's doing the thing, and the maf'ul is the one that something is happening to or has been done to. Okay, the fa'il is the one who is doing a thing or is described as in one way, and then the maftuhun, the maf'ul is done to the fa'il, the one doing it. Now watch this. Okay, see here at the top sentence, maktubu, al-maktubu, right? The desk, maksurun, right? Something happened to the desk. The word qusr, the kaf, sin, and ra are words that refer to something breaking or broken, okay? So when you say maksurun, you're saying that the desk is the victim of being broken, right? Al-maktabu maksurun. The desk is broken. And we say the shahid is the witness, and the mashhud, right? The mashhud is the one who's witness. So I'm showing you how when you have something the fata it refers to the one who's doing it or in the state, and when you have the fa, the maf'ul is referring to the one that happens. Now watch this first sentence to see what I mean. Okay, El maktabu, the desk, maksurun. So see, so the desk is broken. So the desk is one that happens to. Then you say wal lebanu baridun, right? Barid. So the milk is cold. So that means the milk is cold. So it's barid like the shahid. He's a witness. Okay. And let's go down to the next one. You say al babu, which is the one that matches the English sentence. Al babu, the door, meftuhun. See, meftu. Meksu, meftu. Meksu, meftu. Right? So both of these are items that something happens to it. So remember, the fa, ta, and ha in this word refer to open, like fatiha, fatah, right? And we said the tool that opens the door is miftah, right? Miftah, a key. So we say al-bab is maftuhun. See, maftu, maksu. So when you see it in this form, it's referring to that the adjective is describing something happening to the noun. So the noun is the thing, right? If you're being witnessed by somebody doing a good deed, you're the mashhud. See, the mashhud, the maftu, the maksu. Okay? So we say al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. Then we say wal mudarrisu, while the instructor waqifu, right? He's standing. So he's the stander, waqif. You're the witness, shahid. See how these patterns are? Barid. And then you have another form of adjective on another scale. Like we're going on to the third word, which we used in the previous sentence, right? We say at tajiru, right? Of course, using our definite article, and with tab being a sun letter, we double it. We don't say al tajiru, right? We say at tajiru. That's why you see that shudder there. Okay, at tajiru, the merchant, ghaniyun. See, now it's describing, it takes like an extreme way. Now you have what's called fa'il. We have fa'il, we have fa'il. The fa'il pattern is where the ya is put into it to elongate the e sound. And that's another way that an adjective describes something. So this is what we have. This is a description. Okay, let's see. Like waqifu, when it says the teacher is standing, it's describing an action, that he is in. Okay, it's showing his position, but it's showing something that's an action. You can stand or sit. Right? You can stand or you can sit. You can't do rich. You can't do long. You see what I mean? It's a description of a state. So here you have, like, for example, when you have Tajir, you have Ghani, right? With the long E. He's Ghani. And then when you have the Raju, when you have the man, he's Fakir. He's poor. See, that's his state of condition. So you see it extended with the Yad. Fakir, Ghani. Let's go down to the Imam, the bottom sentence. Al Imamu Tawilun. See that Yad again? Tawilun. So you have the Tawil. That's his state. He's tall. You're describing his state. That's not going to change. Waqif, you say al-mudarrisu waqifu, you're saying he's standing right now. He could be sitting tomorrow. He could be sitting in the next couple of minutes. He might get tired of standing just as we're reading this, right? But the imam is tall. That's his state. Okay, that's his condition. Now that may change because some people, let's say, when they get older, they start losing their height, they get shorter, right? And the person who's Ghani, that's his state, that's his condition. It could change at some point, but that's his condition. Okay, the fakir, he's poor. It could change at some point, but that's his condition. Okay, and you say, what tabibu, and the doctor, qasirun, the doctor, qasirun, the doctor is short. I know this is kind of giving away one of the sentences that's coming up, but I just want you to see it. He's qasir, he's short. Now, we don't expect the doctor to get taller before he passes away if he's short, right? So you see how different adjectives, they fall in a scale. Arabic words have scales. And like I said, the letters fa, ayn, and lam, I'm going to do a presentation on the scales, inshallah ta'ala, to help illustrate visually, because I always want to give a visual. But just take the notes of what I'm saying now, and I'll do a visual presentation on scales. This is what I want you to understand. There is an imaginary word used in Arabic with fa, ayn, and lam. Now, even though fa, ayn, and lam give us the word fa'il, like verb, ignore that for a minute. These three imaginary letters, fa, ayn, and lam, is how Arabic establishes the different contexts of words and how you can understand if something is present tense, past tense, future tense, if something is described as a current situation. It's a lot of things that you're going to learn from the scales, and we're going to be dealing with the scales. I'm not going to push it a lot now, but I try to put little seeds of it in as we're going along, so that when you get to a place where you're learning scales, maybe you learn the scales from somebody else, you'll have some seeds, you'll have some things to work with, and it's easier to learn something when you have some prep for it, when you have some idea of it introduced. Okay, so I just want to put it out there, and I'll do a presentation on the scales, like I said. So you have what's called maf'ul, right? Where you put mim fatah, you put ma in front of the fa, ayn, and lam, maf'ul, and put a waw there, okay? So that's replacing words for maksur, maftu. So those words on that scale. You have fa'il. That's why you have barid and waqif, fa'il, okay? Then you have fa'il, where you put a ya in there. That's where you have words like fakir, qasir, tawil, and ghani, okay? And then on and on. And I'll show you more as we deal with it. But inshallah ta'ala, like I said, I'll do a presentation on the scales so there'll be a visual that helps make it clearer, inshallah ta'ala. So let's go on now. So you were correct that number 2 was the answer. Now the door is open and the teacher is standing is al-babu maftuhun. The door is open while mudarrisu waqifun. And the instructor is standing. Okay, now, and if this was, for example, al-mudarrisa, right, which is the female teacher, it would have been waqifa. So instead of waqifun, it would be waqifa. The adjective would have the feminine ending because the instructor is feminine. Okay, just to remind you of some things that we've already worked on together. Okay, so let's see what's the next sentence. This sentence says, the apple is delicious. Now, we didn't do much work with the word apple, although it's gotten presented. We didn't do much work with the word apple, and we may have used delicious. As a matter of fact, I know that we didn't really work much with that, so this is a good one. Okay, the apple is delicious. No, we did work with it, but it was brief. We didn't dwell on it. So let's see. We have 4 sentences that could be saying the apple is delicious. Now, of course, if we use the clues, we can tell by some of what we see here, either by words that we see that we remember, right, or by basically I've been giving it away if I say the length, right? But we can see how it would be kind of easy to almost guess which one of these sentences in Arabic matches the sentence at the top. The apple is delicious. So if we read these sentences, what do we have? Al-waraqu khafifun wal-hajaru thaqilun. Sentence number 2. At-tabibu tawilun wal-mudarrisu qasirun. Number 3. At-tuffahu ladifun. Or number 4. Al-mindilu jadidun. We'll be working with sentence out in front of me, huh? Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, sentence number 4. And you say sentence number 3, okay? So either you recognize the words, alhamdulillah, or you use the wisdom of deducing. We know it's not the first 2 because the first 2 are too long to match that English sentence, right? Because if anything, the Arabic sentence may find ways to be shorter because we tend to attach things to the words. Okay, so waraq, al-waraqu. I'm not going to translate the sentences that we didn't choose yet because they're going to come up again, okay? So we have al-waraqu khafifun wal hajaru Faqilun. So one of the things we know about this sentence and why this can't be the correct sentence because it has wa in it. So we know that there's more than one thing discussed here. It's saying such and such a thing is so and so, and another thing is such and such. And why also? Because we see that scale we talked about, right? We said wadaku, whatever wadaku is, it says khafifun, khafif, right? We know that adjective that fa'il, right? Khafif. And then this next one says wal hajru, and the such and such is taqilun. So another thing is being described. So we know this can't be the sentence because two things are being described. Vocabulary PDF. Okay, alhamdulillah. and then we have that's where you got the tifahu. Tifahu. Okay. So then we have yes, and I did send the reminder right about referring to the vocabulary. Alhamdulillah. Then the second one is at tabibu tawilun, and this one we knew it could be because we just worked with this one, right? Or well, we mentioned it anyway. And while mudarisu qasirun. Okay, so we know it's not this because two items are being mentioned and the sentence is only speaking about one thing. The next one is at tufahu ladifun. Okay, and the last one is al mindilu jadidun. So some of these words jump out at us, so we know that's not matching. So this third one, at tufahu, tufah, right? Tufah is an apple. Laviv, laviv means delicious. It just tastes good. It's delicious. Okay, so at tufahu lavivun means the apple is delicious. Laviv. See, so you notice again these new sets of sentences all have the adjectives on the scale of fa'il, right? Jadid, laviv, tawil, qasir, thaqil, right? And khafif. See, they all. That's what I'll try to put this presentation together as soon as possible. It may not be a class, but I'll make the presentation and then I'll upload it and you can view it. If I'll do it live for whoever has the time to view it with me, so that it'd be in our collection a certain way. But if you're not available to actually be with me live, that's fine. But when you get a chance to review the video, it's going to be on the different scales. So every adjective in this collection that we're working on is on the scale of fa'il, not fa'il, but fa'il. The e coming from that yeah being in them. So you see, we have again khafif, right? Thaqil, tawil, qasir, laviv, and jadid. So all of these adjectives in these sentences that we're getting ready to work with, they all are on that scale, okay? So let's go to the next sentence and see if we can find the Arabic sentence that matches. This one, the doctor is tall and the teacher is short, right? The doctor is tall and the teacher is short. So from these four sentences, which sentence in Arabic matches the sentence at the top? Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4? Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? Those are our four sentences. The doctor is tall and the teacher is short. And see how these are adjectives that describe the state of the person, right? It's not like an adjective that describes something that they can do. The adjective describing something they can do fall under the scale of the wazn of fa'il, not fa'il, see? And the ones that describe its state, like with some extremeness with the yeah, is what we see here. All of these sentences have the adjective with that yeah in them for the long E sound. Like we say, we say Allah is Rahim, right? You see, we describing how He is, right? Something that's how He is. Okay, number two. So you say sentence number two is the answer. Okay, the doctor is tall and the teacher is short. So we start with the first word, at tabib. At tabib, we know it's the doctor. Okay, at tabibu, and remember we say at tabib, not al tabib, because ta is a sun letter. We say al whenever it's a moon letter, right? So it's at tabibu tawilun. Tawil is long or tall, right? So for a person, we're saying he's tall. At tabibu tawilun. The doctor is tall, which shows that this, just from this part right here, we know that this sentence matches the top. Just in case it's a trick, we know it's not a trick because none of the other sentences start with tabib. But let's just say if we were in a situation where a couple of sentences start with tabib, it could be tricky and we have to check the whole sentence, right? So we say at tabibu tawilun. The doctor is tall. While mudarrisu, and the instructor, the mudarris, qasirun, is short. See, so tall is the state of that doctor, right? He's tall. And qasir is the state of the instructor. He's short. So both of those have that intense state by having the ya. Ya is intensifying it because qasr is short or shortness, okay? Those who, when you say qasir, you're saying, yeah, this is the case. Kabir, right? Kabir is big. Kabar, kaf, ba, ra, all relate to something that's big on some level, right? Akbar is the biggest. Aksar is the shortest. You see? So it's different levels and different scales that intensify or show you how it's measured. So if you say, for example, if you want to say that the house is bigger than the masjid, which we hope that all the masajid can be bigger than some of the houses and that they will be full with people in them. Otherwise, then some of them are okay with being smaller than a house, right? Alhamdulillah. Okay, so anyway, if we say the house is bigger than the masjid, then we would say al baytu, the house, akbar, bigger, min, from, al baytu, the house. So whenever you do a measurement, you emphasize it, you elevate it to its highest point by putting the aleph with a hamza in front of it, and you take, for example, kabir, and you just put a sukoon on the first letter, which is kaf in this case, and you say ak, and then the second syllable is ba, fata, ra, akbar. Okay, so you have kabir, which is big. To have the biggest, you have akbar, and if you want to say that it's bigger than the next thing, you say akbar min. Such and such min, bigger from, but you're saying bigger than. Okay, just little seeds I'm tossing out that later on you see it. You'll be like, I remember this. You don't have to remember it now. If you do remember it, alhamdulillah. But you'll always get some visuals that you can refer to and study from as well. Okay, so qasir is a state. So that's why all of these have, again, the long E sound. Okay, so the correct answer was number two. At tabibu tawilun, the doctor is tall, while mudarrisu qasirun, and the instructor is short. Let's go to our next sentence, inshallah ta'ala. The paper is light and the stone is heavy. So again, these two nouns is describing a state, right? Not something that they're doing, right? Okay, the paper is light and the stone is heavy. So the first choice is at-tufahu ladhidun. I don't expect that to be the answer, right? You already caught me on that one. At-tabibu tawilun wal mudarrisu qasirun. Al-waraku khafifun wal hajaru thaqilun. Or number four, al-mindilu jadidun. Would the answer be sentence number one, sentence number two, sentence number three, or sentence number four? The paper is light and the stone is heavy. The paper is light and the stone is heavy. Sentence number one, number two, number three, or number four? So let's look and see what words you recognize. Sometimes you may not remember all of the words in every sentence, but if you skim through the sentences and find words that you remember, then you can tell if that sentence is talking about what the English is saying. Because the sentences in Arabic are pretty clear cut for or against the sentence at the top. So if you're looking for the paper is light and you have a sentence that says such and such is green, then you know that that's not in that sentence. So sometimes even any one word that you can find will help you eliminate what the sentence wouldn't be. And then, what you want to do is look at what you're doing today. How many words do you know in the sentences that are helping you get the answer? And then look at what you're doing and say, okay, I can know this whole sentence. I can look at this sentence and know it. Okay, so you chose answer number 3. I hope you're right. Let's see. We say al-waraku khafifun wal hajaru thaqilun. Okay, so I know that one of the earlier words that we learned is hajar, which is a stone. So that would be one of the giveaways, right? Warak is paper. That's the way you say paper. Like paper in your notebook, the paper that you want to write on, paper. Waraku. Al-waraku khafifun. The word khafif means light, the opposite of heavy. Not light like a light bulb. That light is nur, right? Light is nur. But this is khafifun for light as in weight. Isn't that funny, right? Because in English we have one word that we can say a lot of different things with based on how it's in the sentence, right? We have light. We have light as in lightweight, and we have light as in the light from the sun. Okay, here to describe the light that on the face of the believer or the light from the sun is nur, right? And the light as in weight is khafif. Okay, so al-waraku khafifun. The paper is light. Okay, we caught. You caught us. Al-waraku khafifun. The paper is light. Wal hajaru. The stone thaqilun. The stone is heavy. Now I want you to remind you something. Okay. Allah Ta'ala says taqulat mawazinu in certain surah. Taqulat mawazinu. And that is to show you a certain amount of weight. And the wazin is the scale. And it's talking about the weight, how heavy something is going to be on your scale. Inshallah ta'ala, you'll come across it either in some of your reciting. Inshallah ta'ala, you'll see it. So thaqilun is heavy. So the paper is light. Al-waraku khafifun. And the stone is heavy. Wal hajaru thaqilun. Now look at how many sentences you can make just by knowing this sentence. You could say al-qalamu khafifun. You could say the pen is light, right? Wathalajatu, and the refrigerator, right? Wathalajatu, and the refrigerator thaqilun is heavy, and so on and so on. As long as you know these adjectives, you can put any nouns in these places, even if you're just doing fun sentences, the way it wouldn't apply. You might say, al-maktabu thaqilun or khafifun, right? And then you can say, what the jaja thaqilun, and you could say the desk is light and the chicken is heavy. I'm just saying, just to practice and play around with it, to even just to make it fun, but to show there's different ways. As long as you know how to make a sentence and you have a noun and an adjective, you can put tons of nouns in front of the adjectives and make sentences all day long, you see? And it could be easy. Even in your home with your family, you can say sentences even if you don't know the Arabic noun, and you can use the English and then look that word up. You might want to say the bed is heavy, right? So we learned bed, right? Wasariru, right? Thaqilun, the bed is heavy. So you have in your repertoire, you have the ability to say a lot of things already based upon the nouns that you know, the verbs, and the adjectives. But here it's just nouns and adjectives, nouns and adjectives, nouns and adjectives. We have a whole sentence. The paper is light and the stone is heavy. So that's correct. Number 3, al-waraku khafifun wal hajaru thaqilun. Alhamdulillah. Very good. Okay, the next sentence, the handkerchief is new. Sentence number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now this answer is going to be easier for a number of reasons, right? It's going to be easy because our vocabulary, we know those words in this sentence, right? We know the word handkerchief in Arabic, and we know the word new in Arabic. So this one's going to be a blowaway, right? It's going to be easy. Sentence number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So let's see. What's the right answer for this one? Is it number 1, at-tufahu, at-tufahu, ladidun? Oh, you say number 4. Okay, so now come on down. Al-mindilu jadidun. Okay, now we get this sentence, 1, because we've learned the word handkerchief, so we know mendilun, and it's the only place where the mendilun is mentioned. 2, we know that sentence number 3 and 4 are eliminated automatically because we've already dealt with the fact they have wa, and they're talking about more than one item, but the handkerchief is new, is only talking about one item. So that's another clue. 3, we know that we did tufahu, the apple, is delicious already. So by process of elimination, without any work, we could actually say number 4 is the answer and be done. But we also know we picked number 4 because we know the word jadid. We've done this so much that after each of our lessons from 1 up to 7, we've done new words. We said al kalimatul jadid, right? New words. We've used the word new. We described new on a number of levels, right? So we have al-mindilu jadidun. The handkerchief is new. And that's the correct answer. Alhamdulillah. Excellent. The student is ill and the boy is poor. The student is ill and the boy is poor. This one's going to be easy if you remember some of what we did in the last class yesterday. Some of the vocabulary that popped up. The student is ill and the boy is poor. Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, sentence number 4. Okay, so this is a new sentence with a new set of choices for the correct answer. So the student is ill and the boy is poor. Is sentence number 1, sentence number 2, sentence number 3, or sentence number 4 the sentence, the Arabic sentence that's stating what the sentence at the top is saying? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Say sentence number 1. Okay, let's check it out. At-talibu maridun wal waladu faqirun. Okay, so if we remember anything, we remember walid is boy, and we remember talib is student, right? These are words we've worked with, right? And we know Fakir, if no place else, we know that we've dealt with the word fakir already today. So that would be another good hint, right? That fakir is a poor person. We talked about the fakir and the miskin, right? And yesterday we dealt with nurses, right? We had a maridun, right? Mumaridun. Here we have maridun for one who is ill. The person who is sick or ill, is marid. So we have at Paulibu maridun. Okay. Now here we have a situation that describes what? It describes his state, right? It describes his state, his state of being at the time, right? And of course, this can change because he can become well, right? But this is it's his state. It's not, it's not like something that he's doing, like sitting. Okay, he's not a walker standing. Okay, and then the second part was wal waladu, and we know that walad is boy, right? Wal waladu, and the boy fakirun. The boy is poor. So the student is ill and the boy is poor is the correct answer. Okay, and we have three more options: rajulu waqifun, wal mudarrisu jalisun, and we have adiku jamilun, wal lebanu harun, and then we have al ma'u baridun, wasukaru hulwun, wasukaru hulwun. Okay, so let's go to our next English sentence to see which one of these Arabic sentences best matches what the English is saying. The man is standing and the teacher is sitting, right? The man, how we say man, and standing, and how we say teacher and sitting. The man is standing and the teacher is sitting. Let's see which Arabic sentence matches the sentence above. Hey, what happened here? I lost one of my sentences. Not good. Okay. Well, at least I didn't lose the sentence that works, so that's all right. So the man is standing and the teacher is sitting. Ar-rajulu waqifun wal mudarrisu jalisu, or adiku jamilun wal lebanu harun, or is it going to be al ma'u baridun wasukaru hulmun? And I want you to view this as answers 2, 3, and 4. Sentence number 1, for whatever reason, didn't pop up. So choose 2, 3, or 4. Okay? 2, 3, or 4. Which one matches the statement in English above? The man is standing and the teacher is sitting. Is it number 2, number 3, or number 4? Remember, number 1 somehow is missing. Not sure what I did here, but so count the first one you see is number 2 now. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Which Arabic sentence is saying what the English sentence is saying? You say number 2, okay? Adikun, I'm just kidding. No, that's number 3. Okay, number 2, Rajulu waqifun. We know that Rajul is man, right? Rajulu, the man, waqifun, is standing, right? So now we have the scale of fa'il, not fa'il, but fa'il, right? This is the state describing basically what he's doing, right? Waqif, the man is standing, okay? You have the verbs, past tense verbs for masculine usually have all fathahs going with it. 1 second. Min fadl, 1 second, I'll be right back. Inshallah. Okay. Forgive me, I had to be on point again. All right. So what I was saying is, again, I'm trying to put together a nice visual presentation on the scales. You'd be surprised how much this is going to make a lot of things easier. When you have a past tense verb, remember we said perfect. A perfect verb means a verb it's already happened, so it's perfect, right? It was carried out to perfection. Okay, you know I talked about the perfect crime, right? The crime that somebody did, they didn't get caught, right? But perfect, the thing that's acted out. In verbs, it means the past tense verb. A past tense verb, when you have the masculine, is all fatas. Okay, if you want to say the person sat down already, you say jalasa, jalasa. He sat. If it's a lady, you say jalasat. You just put the ta on the end, okay? So the verb indicating that the person is in that action, you usually have the scale fa'il. See? So here you have a rajulu, the man, wakifu, is standing. Okay? Wakif. See, he's standing. And that's what you have in English, the man is standing. While the mudarrisu and the instructor, right? Jalisu is sitting. Jalis. See? That's sitting. Jalasa would have been he sat. Jalis is saying he's sitting. Okay, so I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the scale presentation, much as I like the subject of it. Okay, so we see the correct answer again. Excellent. Is number 2. Arrajulu waqifun wal mudarrisu jalis. Okay. All right. What's our next English sentence? The rooster is beautiful and the milk is hot. You see, it's a valid statement. Right? They saw a rooster. That was a beautiful rooster, and this milk is hot. Now remember, I want you to see too. Notice the rooster is beautiful. Before we do the Arabic sentences, watch what's going to happen. The rooster is beautiful. So we said, okay, rooster beautiful. That's a state of being, right? The rooster is beautiful, right? Now, when you say the milk is hot, is that like a state of being, or is that a result of something, right? I mean, because the milk could be temperature-wise, it could be cold or hot. You can put it in the refrigerator and make it cold, right? You can put it in a pot, warm it and make it hot, right? So the rooster is beautiful is its state of being, right? And the milk is hot is its condition, right? Oftentimes, either because of what it's been exposed to. If it's exposed to cold, it become cold. Exposed to hot, it become hot. Now, watch when you find the sentence that describes this. Look at how each of these words that are described, the scale that's used to describe them is going to be different. Okay. For example, so we have etalabu maridun walwaladu fakirun. We did this, right? We said that the student is sick and the boy is poor. Okay, and then we covered this one. Arajulu, right? Waqifun wal mudarrisu jalisum. That the man is standing and the instructor is sitting. Okay. So here's our third one. Adiku jamilun wal lebanu harun. Okay, harun. And then we have number 4. Edukanu maftuhun wal kubzu ladhivun. Okay, edukanu maftuhun wal khubzu ladhivun. Is the best answer for this one. The rooster is beautiful and the milk is hot. Is number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 the best answer? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which sentence best matches the English sentence? Talibu maridun wal waladu fakirun, or arajulu waqifun wal mudarrisu jalisum, or adiku jamilun wal lebanu harun, or will it be number 3, adiku jamilun wal lebanu harun, or الدكان مفتوح والخبز لذيذ. Okay, you say number 3. الديك جميل واللبن حار. Okay, let's see. Adik is the rooster, right? Adikun jamilun. We know the word for beautiful is jamil in the masculine and jamila in the feminine, right? So adiku jamilun. The rooster is beautiful. While lebanu harun, and the harun means hot. So we have now look at these two different descriptions here. The rooster is beautiful, right? That's what the rooster is. It's beautiful. That's its state. The milk is hot. That could change, right? That could be hot or cool. Now notice the difference in how the scale on how they're described. The rooster is beautiful. That's its state of being. I mean, until somebody punched the rooster in the face, or try to make him ugly, or something changes. It gets old and withered, feathers fall out, whatever. Whatever it is, the thing that is beautiful, that's its state, right? It's beautiful. You look at it, you see beauty. Okay. So at Dikun, you notice that state is Jamil, right? Fa'il. It's on the scale of Fa'il. And Walebanu Harun, right? Okay. That's on the state of Fa'u. This is like when we say cold is Baridun, right? Barid, Harun, Baridun. Okay, so that's just describing it temperature-wise, describing a state that's impacted by something outside. The rooster being beautiful, that's the way Allah made it. It's beautiful. You know, you can't get around it. Person grows to be tall, Allah made it says that they'll be tall, right? Tawil. Okay? Person is short, qasir. So that's a state, that's a current. Now person is faqir, they're poor, that's a state. Now Allah is in charge of that, but it's a state. That's the condition at the time. It's not like a being hot or cold, for example. Okay? So you notice that you'll see more as we do experiments with, okay? Adiku jamilun. The rooster is beautiful. While lebanu harun. And the milk is hot. Very good. Excellent. So let's do another here. The shop is open and the bread is delicious. Okay, the shop is open and the bread is delicious. And we have 5 sentences here because we have one sentence more than the other ones. The other 4 sentences were built on 4 sentences. Our final sentences is because we have 5 sentences altogether. So this one, the shop is open and the bread is delicious. Let's look at these sentences and see if we can find what applies here, the Arabic that matches the English. We have at-talibu maridun wal waladu faqirun. We have ar-rajulu waqifun wal mudarrisu jalisun. We have adiku jamilun wal labanu harun. Then we have ad-dukanu maftuhun wal khubzu ladidun. And then we have al-ma'u, number 5, al-ma'u baridun was-suqaru hulwun. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 this time. Which one is the correct answer for the shop is open and the bread is delicious? So we have, aside from what we already know, okay, I didn't get a chance to do my spiel. You already have the answer. Okay, you say number 4. Ad-dukanu maftuhun wal khubzu ladidun. Okay, so we know maftuhun either because we know it and we remember it from our studies, or at least we know that we've reviewed maftuhun today, so we know that's open. That's one of our clues that we can have. Even if we didn't know the first word. If we didn't know the first word, alhamdulillah, that helps too, right? And we know ladidun from our studies and from reviewing it word today for delicious. So these 2 adjectives, these 2 things describing its state help us. You know, and this is what you do when you're trying to read something in Arabic. Look for the words that help you get an idea of what the sentence is saying. You may not always have an English sentence to compare with, what you do sometimes, like with Qurans that have the English or Hadith that have the English and the Arabic, you can start finding out if the first sentence in the ayat or the first sentence in the Hadith is there, and you follow the Arabic, you can say, okay, I can see how that English is saying this in Arabic because of the words that you begin to recognize. You see, okay. So at Dukan is the shop. Okay, a souk. The word souk is like the mall, the marketplace. A souk, that's the market. A dukan, that's the individual shop. Okay, dukan. So the shop, maftuhun. There's that scale, right? The maftuh, the maf'ul. There's that scale. Maftuhun. It is open. We have the fa, ta, and the ha, which refers to opening, right? It refers to anything connected to open, like fatiha, anything related to open. Fata, and ha. Those three letters together in that order always has something to do with something being open in some kind of way. So maftuhun is describing the state of the shop. The shop is open. Al masjidu maftuhun. Al beitu maftuhun. Al babu maftuhun. Like that, right? Ad dukanu maftuhun. The market, the shop is open. Wa khubz. Khubz is bread. Khubz. The ha, ba, and zay. Khubz. That's bread. Okay? So while khubzu, ladhivun. And we discussed earlier that ladhiv is delicious, right? So the bread is delicious, can't get around it. The door is open. That's maftuhu. See? So that's the state maftuhu. All right. So ad-dukanu maftuhun wal khubzu ladhivun. This is correct. The shop is open and the bread is delicious. Okay, so we have one more sentence. Inshallah, and we'll be done. Inshallah. The water is cold and the sugar is sweet. The water is cold and the sugar is sweet. They're going to be sentence 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And don't feel insulted because it's easy because there's not many choices left. But do look at it. Look at it. Work on it. Find the sentence that has the word water in it, or the word cold, or the word sugar, or the word sweet. Right? Which sentence would it be? Would it be sentence number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I say that already? Yeah. Will it be at-talibu maridun wal waladu faqirun, or will it be rajulun waqifun wal mudarrisu jalisun, or will it be adiku jamilun wal labanu harun, or will it be number 4 adukanu maftuhun wal khubzu ladhidun, or will it be number 5 al ma'u baridun wasuqaru hulwun? You say number 5. Let's see what we have. You sure now? Because it could be number 3 or number 2. Okay. El ma'u, the water. El ma'u, the water. And this reminds me of a statement that the scholars have. They say, "Idha hadru ma'u batilu tayammum." When water arrives, when water is made available, tayammum is invalid. And what this means in Islamic terms is that when someone with greater knowledge, like basically the scholars, when the scholars arrive, the basic students, the basic teachers, they take a seat. So if you're in a situation and there's people and there's an opportunity to speak and the scholars become present, then you kind of want to just sit down and take a seat like everybody else and take a lesson. So either hadru ma'u batulu tayammum. So when water is available, and that's also for your Islamic purpose, right? When you're making tayammum, you can make tayammum all day, or you can make wudu. You can make salat off tayammum, and until water is available, your tayammum, counts for it. If you haven't broken the wudu, broken your purification. But when water is made available, tayammum is invalid. It's batil. It no longer counts. You have to do it with water now. Okay. So al ma'u baridun. the water is cold. I mean, baridun. Sorry, baridun is cold. Wasukaru, and the sugar, sukaru, sukaru. You see the shadow on the cap, sukaru. And we know that the scene has a shadow because scene is the sun letter. So we say was. We're not going to say wow. So we say wasukaru hulwun. Hulwun means sweet. So, Expecting says, Aisha, you got every single one of these that we dealt with correct. So this is counts for you as mumtaz, as excellent. Inshallah ta'ala. So that goes with the notes of the rest of your studies, alhamdulillah. And anybody else that's joining us, participating, I hope that you derive some benefit from getting exercise, practicing, reviewing what you already know. Or if you knew every one of these, alhamdulillah, that's great. If you didn't, I hope that something came from it as of some help and some benefit. I mean, and we hope that Allah Ta'ala make all of our efforts for His sake, and not to be seen of the people, but for His sake, and that He counts it as being for His sake and rewards all of us according to that, starting with myself, since I'm the one that's always doing all these presentations. Anything I said that is correct or presented that is correct is from Allah Ta'ala. Anything that has any errors and irritants from myself. Any questions before I close? And myself and Shaitan, I seek refuge with Allah from Shaitan. I seek Allah's forgiveness for shortcomings and from doing anything that would be misleading or misinforming. If there's any questions or comments, though, you can present it now. I know we're out of time, but just in case, I'll wait for a minute or two to see if there's any questions or comments about anything that we covered. Inshallah. Okay. No questions? Okay. Just watching for the time for that cursor to move so I can get a sense of the delay from the time I moved it already to the time that it moves. Okay. أقول قال هذا أستغفر لي ولكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت وأستغفرك وأتوب إليك وآخر دعوانا والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.